generous space, excellent comfort, and easy to live with. This is the fully electric 2024 ID.4S, and I have to show off this specific spec because the interior is something like you've never seen before. Let's check this thing out here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where I'm here at Volkswagen Brandon with this beautiful ID.4S. Now, this is far from your entry-level ID.4 because this interior is something special. I have to show it off. Volkswagen's been killing it with the interiors lately, and this one is no exception. So with that said, let's show off the options, features, everything you need to know for the specs and the pricing for this ID.4. And let's see if this is a special interior that you guys are gonna want in your fully electric crossover. Let's get right to it. Now, big shout out to Volkswagen Brandon here in Florida for letting me take a spin around this ID.4S. And if you guys want this vehicle or any other models here they have on a dealership lot, well, make sure you guys check the link in the description for their inventory and for their phone number. Give them a call. Now, when you mention dimensions for the ID.4S, you're looking at a total wheelbase of 108.8 inches, a total length of 180.5 inches, a total width of 72.9 inches, and a total height of 65.2 inches with a curb weight of 4,888 pounds. But I guess this would be the good time to substitute what would be an engine and talk about the battery performance, right? Because this is the entry-level model, which is a rear-wheel drive and 62 kilowatt battery. So when it comes to performance and overall, you know, just get up and go, shall I say, well, you're looking at a 0 to 60 time in about 7.3 seconds, which for this rear-wheel drive, it would be not pretty bad actually at 282 horsepower. And when it comes to top speed, well, we're looking around 100 miles per hour, even limited for the top speed. I'm sure it could do a little bit more if it wasn't limited, but that's a pretty good number. So let's check it out. Deep Black Pearl, the Florida sun doing its thing, and we have our very circular shapes, very aerodynamic and good for, you know, obviously efficiency when it comes to range. Now you guys will see that metallic flake because Florida sun looking really good. You will see stylistic designs we're used to, like the huge VW logo right there in the center. It gives you like VW bus vibes, and the new VW bus that's coming, the fully electric one, it's gonna definitely take from the ID.4's design language. Now, with that said, this is also an illuminated VW logo, so we will see that in just a moment because it's gonna match up with our light bar that we have here that's illuminated, going straight into these LED headlamps, which are really cool in design, that we will see lit up as well. I mean, again, fully lines with Volkswagen. I say it in every video. Look at how that flows seamlessly from one side to the next. They do a really good job at that. Again, very aerodynamic up front for efficiency, and that's how it is when EVs come into play. But we do have a functional grille down here in that diamond pattern. As you guys can see, that actually goes through for cooling when it comes to the radiator down there as well. We do have a little styling over here with our sensors too, as well, integrated into these side blades. That actually is functional as well because you can see straight through them, again, for airflow, and that helps for better range. So there is functionality behind all of this design, and I think it really works for the ID.4. Now, coming along to the side profile, well, you're gonna have the shapes you're gonna have, and you're gonna have the wheels, the 20-inch wheels that you have, because again, we're talking about efficiency. We're talking about EVs. We're talking about keeping down the drag. And that's what these wheels will do. Now, with that, they have a nice stylistic design when it comes to the chrome and black inner look with the VW logo that matches. It's not chrome, but it matches the front logo in white and black, which looks really cool. Same with the back logo we'll talk about in just a moment. But look really good on these Scorpion Zero tires from Pirelli. And obviously, we do have the plastic cladding to go all the way over the wheel wells and down the side skirts because we want to help protect that deep black pearl paint. Now, you'll also notice the ID.4S badging looking really sharp when it comes to the front fender, conjoining that to the door paneling, and then you will see the deep black pearl all throughout this thing. But what's really cool is obviously this is just completely blacked out. You see the door handle here, which is the E-latch, which isn't an actual moving door handle. You have the electric latch right underneath for both sides. You have the plastic cladding that goes all the way back to the C-pillar and over the window moldings, but you have the gloss black B-pillar with the Volkswagen logo right there. Roof rails done in black, shark fin antenna done in black, and complete glass roof because we have a panoramic roof right there as well. And what's nice is the tail lamps kind of protrude into the rear fenders, right? But it's a whole black housing there, so it matches in with the paint, so it doesn't stand out at all. So you get that complete and total black look when it comes to the side profile, and I love the way that looks. Very sinister for an EV. Now let's take a look at the rear profile, because it is dominated by this beautiful futuristic looking light bar straight across, and it actually flows into the back of the rear on the fenders and goes all the way across. Big VW logo which illuminates, we'll see in just a moment, and then comes all the way to the other side with the ID.4 badging in white that looks really clean there. All right, third brake light integrated into the spoiler with the black side blades, and then come down, you will see the deep black pearl kind of curl into this big plastic cladding. This is the lower fascia that actually helps protect the vehicle, but also aerodynamic. When you come and look down here as well, there is a form and function and a reason behind the styling there, so you guys will see it all put together, and again, looks really futuristic and aerodynamic with this design. So when it comes to cargo in the rear, you're looking at 30 cubic feet for this whole section, but 64 when you fold down the 60-40 row seats, the folding seats. So I can say 40-60, 40 on this side, 60 on this side. You fold those down, you're at 64 cubic feet versus the 30 cubic feet, which is still plenty of space when it comes to cargo back here. As you guys will see, the privacy shade is here as well, covering everything up, keeping it private per usual. Now, we do have a box here. You're wondering what's in the box. What's in the box? Well, plastic. What was in the plastic? Well, this carrying case for our charger. Now, this is not a normal charger, and I'll show you why. It has a couple adapters and plugins, and then your normal plug-in here, which I won't completely undo. But there's a reason, and you can kind of see the diagram right here, all right? We have a 2-charger system when it comes to this model. Now, normally on board, you would get an 11 kilowatt charger. This one here also has a 240 volt and 120 volt plug-in setup. So this is an option. So with that said, we wanted a little bit more, and I'll do that in the sticker breakdown and tell you more about that. So we got this one here. But we'll close this up because we'll talk about charging more in just a second when we look at the charging port. Now, I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna show you that we do have a false floor, but we do have side pockets as well over here for a little bit extra stowage. And then if I lift up the cargo protection mat underneath, we have a false floor under a false floor. Yep, there is a little shelf here, all right, with a decent amount of space. You can kind of see the depth of it right there with that sidebar. And then right down here, good place to put your charging cables or anything like that you want to stow away, right underneath here. So that's not too bad. Nice little shelf here. And then again, I told you 30 cubic feet, 64 cubic feet with all seats folded down. You got plenty of space back here in the ID.4. Now, I said we were going to talk about charging, and here we are. We have regular AC charging, and we have DC fast charging by lifting up this, and now we can plug in our fast charger. Now, we get around 291 miles of range when fully charged in this ID.4S for 2024. Now, you can use a 110 or 240 volt connection, and with that said, it can be at public charging or using DC charging or level 2 charging as well. Now, charge times for a regular AC charger, that is, you know, something that might be a little bit slower. That's going to be about 7.5 to 11.5 hours to fill up to around 80% to 100. Now, if you use a level 2, where you're looking at around 5% to 80% charge in about 38 minutes. So just to kind of keep you informed on what it's like when charging and getting this full 291 range on the VW ID.4S. Now we have to check out the lighting unit, because guess what? We have the illuminated VW logo with the light bar on both sides, and that light bar seamlessly flows into the LED lights, where you can see both LED bars are turn indicators, switchback LEDs between amber and bright white. And then we have our cool looking headlamp with that kind of diamond pattern inside of it, looking really cool. I really love the styling of this. It's so just very delightful to see. It's just a cool looking, elegant design. Now, big turn indicator in the mirror cap there. You can see that bright and well. And then the LED light bar with another illuminating logo right here in the rear with the VW badge. If you take a step back, that looks great. Key fob is a premium key fob that you know and love from VW, like you get on the Atlases and GTIs. So panic, lock, trunk release, and you have your unlock with your VW logo on this side here. No remote start on the EVs. Now, you also will see that we have a physical key at the top just in case key fob battery dies and we need to get in. Well, we can press that, pull this lever here, and then you guys will see the physical key will come out in order to get inside of the vehicle. Now, the interior is what I've been talking about, and look at it. You guys probably already saw a little bit of it. The cosmic interior looks crazy. Wow, look at that. Navy blue, white, gloss black, silver, and then regular black when it comes to the leatherette. I mean, come on, look at this. This is crazy. And now when you look at the door panel, well, it gives off a lot of what we have here today, but it does not add the white that we have. So, you know, it definitely ties in for the most part, but this is the standout. Now, when you see this, you got the folding handle here with your window controls. Now, I'm bringing up the window controls because you'll see two. We have 4 windows, right? I mean, come on, we got the fronts and we got the rears. You press this button and actually it lights that up and it will let down the rears. Yeah, so you might get thrown out by that right off the bat, but that's how you do that. And then you have your mirror controls and locks and stuff there. You also have the nice blue leatherette here with the white stitching, and then the soft touches for the black with the silver around the door handle to go along into the door paneling here. The speaker there, trunk release, and nice little cup holder and pocket setup as well. ID.4 for the mats there, as you guys will see, to help keep everything protected. And now we're gonna hop inside of these wonderful seats. So first off, let's get in now. The ID.4 knows you're inside of it by the pressure from the seat. So then it starts to turn a few things on, right? But it doesn't turn the car on completely. In order to turn the car on and really get going, you have to put your foot on the brake pedal. That's how you start it. No keys, no key cards, no, voice and words or, call to action. You just put on the brake and look. Moves up the seat, starts turning everything on, giving me my information. You can also see everything else here. We'll get to the infotainment and everything here because that's a big 12-inch screen. But just continue to look at this beautiful spec. Big panel roof, letting in a lot of natural light. ID right there engraved or embossed into the seats with the perforated leather and the honeycomb pattern. That is a beautiful setup for the seats. You can see the blue on the sides as well. And every time I say something VW, then it hears me and it does the voice command. Cancel.
One moment, please.
But
Pardon?
Cancel.
Cancel.
So there you go. But then you have the rest of the blue on the dash, which is really cool, going across. That silver insert as well, and then black as well with the glove box right here as well. Pretty big glove box. You have this floating center console here. All right, so you can see that on this side here, yeah, we have no transmission, so you'll see the benefits to that in the rear. But since we don't have a transmission, we got plenty of room down here, all right, because we don't necessarily need a gearbox. We also have our cup holders and this floating gloss black center console. Extra space right here, but this is also a phone charger. All right, put your phone there. You got USB-C plugins there as well. And then the gloss black carries over to the blue leatherette with the white stitching and the armrest. Lift that up. And that's a deep pocket. Again, because we do not have a transmission, we got all the room we need when it comes to storage inside of this thing. HVAC vents, the Climatronic controls. I mean, there's so much going on here. Look over to the left-hand side, you will see the paneling for your max front and max rear for HVAC and your lighting controls when it comes to everything here. If you press mode, you can change them depending on, or you press front, everything comes on. Whoops, I pressed max. I don't always do that. Max, and then everything comes on. So yeah, it's pretty intuitive, pretty simple. Let me put that back on auto. And then you have your telescopic steering wheel. Move that, and now I can. And notice my screen comes with me. Yes, the ID cockpit comes with me. Before we get there, let's talk about our steering wheel. Flat bottom leather steering wheel with the center done with aluminum all the way across, or the silver trim, shall I say, all the way across with the black inserts and the VW logo there. Now on the left hand side, you have your driver assistance here. All right, and then you have mode, which is going to be adaptive cruise control. You press that, you can see that it has it right there on the screen. I had to get a little bit closer for you guys. All right, can you see that? So you can do your driver assistance on that side, and then on this side you have your hands free, all right, for voice control there. And then you have right here, if I were to press this, that is for my audio, for my radio. And then if I press view, that's gonna be obviously for our little screen here, all right? So our ID cockpit, I can change the different things I wanna see here. But besides moving around everything for the instrument cluster here, this is how you actually start to move into gear, or shall I say, just move the vehicle, because there's no gears, right? Foot on the brake, flip up, and now I'm in drive. And it says ready, auto hold. Auto hold means that if you let your foot off of the brake pedal, the car goes nowhere. It's automatically holding me until I actually apply pressure, look, to the accelerator pedal, and now I'm moving. All right, so that's what auto hold does every time that I put the brakes down. So now the brakes down and it's automatically auto hold again. So it locks it into place for me so I don't roll. Again, that's because there's no gears in this. This is a little different. You do also have reverse. Reverse, obviously, you can see puts up my backup camera and all of the parking sensor stuff. And then I have neutral as well. All right, so we have that. Press this in for park, and as you can see, I pressed into park. Now automatically the parking brake's on, and it thinks I'm leaving because I put it in the park. Now the car won't actually shut off like completely until I lift my butt out of the seat. So let's just show you that. By lifting my butt out of the seat, see, now it shuts off. Okay, so you heard the little noise and everything, and now it's off. But if I step back in, apply pressure, see, now the screen's moving, and now I put my foot on the brake, now we're back at it, all right? So it's a learning curve for some, but it is worth it, let me tell you. This makes things so much easier when getting in and out and moving your vehicle. Now, keep in mind, we do have our park menu here, all right? We do have our climate controls here, our climate, where we have our heated steering wheel and our ventilated seats here. Oh, sorry, heated seats here, heated seats. You have a smart climate, classic climate, and air care, everything here on this 12-inch screen. You have your hazard buttons here. You have your park assist here, or driver assist, sorry. Driver assist here, I always see the P's and get them mixed up. Driver assist, and then your drive modes here between eco, comfort, sport, and custom. Now keep in mind, this is for our radio controls here. So if I tap that, the radio volume will come up. We don't want to do that necessarily. And then our climate controls here, where I can tap right here, you guys will see that it will actually turn down the temperature and everything there. I can do the screen off button there as well. And then obviously, you guys know this MMI system, 12-inch screen for this. This is huge. I mean, wow, look at this thing. This obviously is one of those systems to where you guys know it very well over the time, but I just love messing with it because I'm a child and I love playing around with this stuff. So there's so much you can do and see all these different things and the different functions, and the animation screens are just cool to me. So as you guys will see, this is our charge data, and you guys can see everything we need from long-term since charge and everything there as well. Go back to menus there. So you can see vehicle, users, app. Let's go to charging because you probably want to see that. So we're at 87% at 249 miles. Charge up to 80% recommended, all that kind of stuff. So again, if you guys want to know how to charge this thing and actually work it, I did do a full video on how to charge it and how to go through all those menus as well. So make sure you guys check that out too. But yeah, I love this system. Per usual, it's so intuitive, so easy to use, and so much information. It's worth it for me. Look up top. SOS, we have our dome light, we have our controls for our sunshade there for the big panoramic roof, everything up there, and then we have a visor, and we have a low light with the visor. Got everything we need. Now in the rear, you get the same cosmic seating, and look at how beautiful that all is. I'm telling you, just like the front, the rear gets the same flavor. I'm gonna hop right in. And I was sitting very comfortably up front, so you guys can see that my knee wiggle room might not look at that much, but I was way back. So when you're sitting in a normal seating position, you'll have more knee wiggle room, just to keep that in mind. Now, just like with the GTI, which I love, we have the pockets for extra storage. I always put the phones right here because that's easy to access. Put your phone here, but you also have your pocket right down here for storage as well. But just like the GTIs, they got like 2 of them, but you know, they got the pockets right up here in the bucket seats, which look really nice. You also will see, again, the cosmic interior right here on the door paneling with black, blue, white stitching, silver or gray, whatever you want to call it, all throughout, and gloss black here. And obviously this is covered up to be protected with your speaker grill and your cup holder there as well. Now, I love the folding, I want to say door handles, but like I say door paneling, floating door paneling there to just close that up. And then you'll see the seats with the same honeycomb look, perforated leather. It looks so good. I mean, especially mixed in with the door paneling there. Wow, this interior. Look up, big glass roof. You're gonna love that. And then big armrests and cup holders as well. I mean, wow. Okay, so then you have your HVAC vents. You have your stowage here, extra stowage, and I like this is deep enough to actually set a phone. Actually, let's just test that out. I do have my iPhone here. Oh, and look at that, it happens to be ringing. But anyways, you can see I did set it there. So that is something that you can actually set there for extra storage, but put anything back there. USB-C plug-ins there as well, just in case you need to charge. And what's nice is you can fit 3 comfortably back here because there's no big transmission tunnel here, which means this is a flat floor. So you can actually just comfortably sit back here and have your legs here. So that's always nice about EVs as well. With the space, you know, I guess when the space comes in, it's a great place to be. Now you guys are gonna hate me because, well, you can't see much on our sticker breakdown, but I'm gonna show off as much as I can. We have the printed paper one, it's a little bit smaller today, but this is the ID.4S for 2024 and D black pearl with cosmic black interior with leatherette. And this is a 62 kilowatt battery pack. Now, with this model, you're getting a $44,855 starting price, but after the options and the $1,425 destination, you're looking at $47,011. So you guys kind of see it there. Now, with that said, packages and options. Well, the deep black pearl exterior is no charge, and the cosmic interior, yes, this beautiful interior is no charge. Now you do have the ID.4 charging and protection package, which gives you the 2-in-1 240 volt and 120 volt mobile EV charging cable with all weather mats and the trunk mat and a liner for the VW cargo blocks at $646. Now you also have Volkswagen's prepaid scheduled maintenance at $85, a smaller price than you normally pay because it is an EV. That means 30,000 mile services for the electric vehicles, and for the 62 kilowatt battery, well, no charge at all. So that's basically it. Really, you're paying for your charging cable and your prepaid maintenance. So other than that, everything you see here comes standard. And again, you might want to check out the link in the description to get the full performance, the exterior, the interior, safety and driver assistance, technology and convenience, and the VW CarNet safe and secure 5-year plan with the warranty information and everything else. You know, because it's pretty tough to see it here on the sticker. So with that said, what do you guys think about the ID.4S for 2024? So at just over $47,000, what are you guys feeling about the spec of this ID.4 when it comes to battery, when it comes to range, performance, and the overall livery? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys check the links in the description for Volkswagen Brand's website. Check out their inventory, get their phone number, get these cars out of this lot into your driveway today. Now, subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.